Divine, I've finally arrived. I was looking forward to seeing you again. How are you doing?
I'm fine. This is my mom.
How are you? My son speaks very highly of you. The great adventure companion. My name is Julia.
Nice to meet you, Julia. You have a wonderful son. A highly intellectualized and humanized writer. Give your full support to his projects.
Of course. But he must continue to prioritize reason. Financially speaking, there's no point in being an artist in this country.
I know that, Mom. First of all, there will always be my job in public service. However, I must continue dreaming. I want to continue being a storyteller and delight the public. This is my destiny.
I hope you're right, son. Or else it'll be a big waste of time.
Don't talk like that, Julia. Your son has the soul of an artist. He loves adventures and needs to dream. It's a matter of survival. I came to talk to him about exactly that. The Saga the Seer needs to have continuity.
Okay. You talked me into it. He's an adult and he can make his own decisions. You guys are free.
I'm glad you understand. I need to talk to you, Son of God.
Let's go to my room.
I'm here because I feel a cloud of doubts and uncertainties hanging over your life, hindering your evolution as a seer and as a man. I believe I can help you by serving to lead the way. Are you prepared to risk it one more time?
Nice to see you, too. Your help was instrumental so I could start on my literature project. Thank you for everything. Yes, it is true, I am full of doubts regarding my past, present and my uncertain future despite all the promises I have received from the higher spirits. I need a path. I need to evolve more. What should I do?
Looking at you, I remember a young man with the same difficulties and the same desires. It's about your ancestor. He overcame his difficulties, studied magic and developed his gifts, making him the winner in everything. His family is of a developed spiritual lineage, capable even of performing miracles.
I've heard of him. Some of your accomplishments have reached my generation. I just don't know if I have as much potential or courage as he does. Tell me, Guardian, do I have possibilities?
You ask me something like that? You have overcome challenges, faced the most dangerous cave in the world, understood and found the answers to your dark night of the soul and still have doubts? Trust yourself more and go on your way. What can I tell you is that your potential is very good and as a clairvoyant you can perform miracles in time and space.
Thanks for the compliment. What should I do then?
You must be trained by a special person who dominates the first 6 gifts of the Holy Spirit. This person is an old man named Angel. In his youth, he lived with his grandfather and was very special in his life. In order to find it, you must go to the Deep Valley, in this same county. He lives in a simple little house. Once you get there, you'll begin to understand your case better.
I get it. I know where it is. It's close to here. When should I go?
Immediately. But before that, I have a surprise.
Hi. How are you, my beloved master?
Renato. You around here? What a pleasant surprise.
I couldn't leave him alone in one more thought-provoking adventure. We are a team.
I understand. Then we'll go together.
Yeah, we'll all go together. We are the most important trio in the world. We can't separate for any reason.
Then let the adventure begin. How did you spend this time when we were apart?
I lived my normal routine, the work with the Guardian and her teachings in order to help you in the adventures, the daily study at Mimoso's school, the outings with friends and girlfriends. But all the time I thought of you. I was already missing our adventures.
I was adjusting to the mother routine. It was a totally new and heartwarming experience. He's a great kid.
Thank you, Mom. What about you, Son of God? How did it go?
I also fulfilled my routine that includes work in the public sector, social contacts, spiritual evolution, new learnings of life, meeting new people, but I also missed my life as a writer, as a seer. Thank you for your interest and your help. Without you, I wouldn't have achieved much. As far as girlfriends go, aren't you a little young to be thinking about it?
You are absolutely right. Boys should play ball instead of dating. That's a lot of responsibility for someone who doesn't have a well-formed mind. There could be an accident.
Stop being so dramatic. I'm a boy now, and I can prove it. I already have a beard, underarm hair and some other places I'm not allowed to mention. Besides, it's nothing serious.
Okay. I'll pretend I believe you. Like I don't know you, boy. But, changing the subject, did you see on the news how precarious our health is? Queues in public hospitals and people in need of urgent care in the intensive care unit of hospitals, and there is no vacancy. What do you say?
Truly a disgrace to our country and our rulers. All services are precarious. However, it seems that the people are more aware and protest at all times. We need to enforce our rights because we pay taxes, we work 4 months to have quality public services, and we don't. This reality is not just about health. We have latent problems in education, transport, sanitation, industry, among other sectors. I believe that only society can change this reality. One way out of this is by protesting peacefully, electing more just and dignified leaders, and doing your part to help others without thinking of receiving anything in return.
But a lot has improved. I am young, but I was told that Brazil had galloping inflation and that in the 90s they created an economic plan that halted this process. Everything from there improved. With price stability, the economy has grown, there has been employment and income generation, and we are already among the emerging countries. But I agree that we have a lot to improve on the quality of life of our population that deserves a lot because they are a very hard-working people and full of dreams. Being a Brazilian for me is a pride. We'll still be #1 in the world in every way.
Hopefully. I will spread the culture of my state through literature. I want everyone to be proud of me.
Could you tell us a little bit about that story? Well, that sounds interesting.
It would be an honor. My story began in 2010 when, on an impulse, I traveled to a mountain that promised to be sacred in search of finding my destiny. I climbed your steep trail, and when I got to the top of it, I had a day that changed my life. I knew you, an ancestral being possessing many mysteries that guided me and helped me to accomplish difficult challenges, culminating in my approval in the stages. So I was allowed to reach my goal, to face the cave of despair, a place where I could become a writer or any other dream I had. Even overcome by fear because failure would cost me my life, I entered, tribal traps, advanced scenarios, and, at a certain moment, I reached the secret chamber. Upon entering it, I partially developed my gifts and became the clairvoyant, a gifted being. With my new powers, I was able to complete my first time travel. For the next 30 days, I experienced intense emotions with my adventure partner. In the end, I gathered the opposing forces, resolved conflicts and injustices, and helped someone find themselves. Everything I experienced was documented in my first book I published in 2011 named Opposing Forces. After this first victory, I spent some time dedicating myself to finishing college and solving personal problems. Feeling ready, I returned to the mountain in search of a new adventure. I met you again, met the Hindu, and was prepared to begin to understand a difficult period of my life that I called Dark Night of the Soul, where I forgot about God and my principles. I made a journey for capital sins, dominated them, and, at the right moment, I made a new journey to a lost island in search of the priestess. A teacher of the night, the kingdom of the angels and the El Dorado, a meeting place of the spiritual and carnal world. I was also approved at this stage, and with my experience I wrote my second novel, suggestively titled The Dark Night of the Soul. That's it for now. I want to learn more and discover a little more of my destiny.
What an interesting story. I must confess, I'm a fan of yours only for your efforts to fight for a dream. Many people give up at first difficulty. Lots of luck and success on your way.
Thank you. The adventure is just beginning.
To what do I owe the honor of this visit?
My name is Divine, but you can also call me God's Son or Seer, my other names. These who accompany me are called Renato and Spirit of the Mountain. Together we have come to learn from you if you allow us to.
I've heard of your team. Your fame has crossed borders. It's an honor to have you with me. I'll help any way I can. Which theme do you want to delve into?
We need to understand the secret of spiritual gifts. It is extremely necessary for our evolution.
This theme can reveal us incredible secrets and techniques. We need to understand our entire trajectory. Unlocking the secret of gifts is paramount.
We need to create a connection of the gifts with my mediumship and clairvoyance little developed to understand the present, past and future that surrounds us and we do not understand.
Are you sure you know what you're talking about? Developing the gifts of the Holy Spirit is a healthy attitude, but if related to mediumship they can create a cosmic imbalance between the two worlds. That could drive them crazy. It is very dangerous what you are asking of me because a person in the past has suffered greatly from your choices. What if it happens again?
We didn't know the risk was so great, but I can't stand my stigmata in the line of spiritual contact anymore. It is a great martyrdom. I need urgent help.
I understand. You know, Son of God, you reminded me of someone I loved a lot in the past. His name was Victor, and he was a very spiritually developed man. Comparing the two of you, he was more experienced and more determined, rude, typical countryman while you are innocent, pure, sensitive, a very nice person. In this case, this is disadvantage for you in this world because life is beautiful, but cruel and challenging. This makes what you want to do even more complicated. But there is a chance if you want to take the risks, suffer and go all the way. Are you ready?
Yes. I didn't come all this way just to talk. I usually face the challenges even if they're huge. I'll do whatever you say. Just in case, Vitor was my family.
We trust in you. We will follow your advice and not disappoint.
The seer is a highly prepared being. Along with us, we are capable of miracles. Don't ever underestimate us.
Okay. I like your tone. Divine, are you also from the Taurus family? I understand why you're like this. But you do know a little bit about Victor's story?
Yeah, a little bit. Everyone called him wise. I heard you knew a lot of spiritual secrets and mastered a little magic. Do I have potential like him?
Yes, your potential is immense because you have a very powerful mind. But make no mistake. Your path is not the same as Victor's. You are another person, free of addictions, pure, full of light, with a beautiful aura and would not allow you to stain it. God wants you to stay that way because He treats you like a son. I will help you develop your gifts, control your desires and better understand the spiritual plane. You just need guidance not to fall into traps or into the dark night of the soul again. However, everything has its price and you are willing to pay?
Of course. What is the price?
When the time is right, you'll know. For now, follow me. What's up? Dreamed about the angels?
I've just had a strange dream, a boundless astral journey. I went to hell, to heaven, to the city of men, and I went through my entire history. But I still don't understand what this is all about.
It is normal. You have tested some of your limits and when you fully develop you will have full access to these places. Knowledge will make you unique on Earth. But don't jump to conclusions now. Let fate show itself completely.
I get it. What's the first step?
Get up and take a walk in the woods. I want to show you a little bit of my world. Maybe this will jog your sensitivity a little.
All right.
We invite you both for a ride. Let's go.
I'm gonna love it. I'm a great Boy Scout.
It will be a great honor for us. What are we waiting for? Come on, let's go.
I'm 113 years old. A lot of this time I lived here. For me, this is the best place in the world. It was here that I gained knowledge about nature, God and people. I loved suffered and cried like any normal person. My advice is to deliver the experiments without fear. Better to regret what you did than never to have done it. In short, I was happy and, when I die, I will be satisfied.
How interesting. I also experienced many experiences despite being less than a third of your age. I'm searching for my own path and I want to pursue this adventure. I already gathered the opposing forces, I understood the complex dark night of the soul, and now I am in search of developing my gifts. But I must confess that I have not yet lived life as I should because of my own prejudices.
I am also very young. My experience boils down to living in a complicated family where my father forced me to work continuously and I could not even study. After suffering so much, I decided to flee and the guardian adopted me. I could then study and play like any normal child. I was chosen to help a young dreamer in his quest to conquer the world. Now, here I am with him on a new adventure.
I have over a millennium. I am an immortal mountain entity. During this long period, I could understand life better. Truly, man must make the best of it. You never know when that earthly passage will end. From here, there is nothing but good works.
Okay. You make a perfect threesome. I also had a companion when I was young. Together, we explored the Brazilian backlands in search of justice, peace and spiritual development in a society full of prejudices. We couldn't conquer everything because those were difficult times. But I confess I was happy anyway.
How nice. I also hope to be happy and fulfill myself professionally. Thank you for your support.
This was the combined meeting place between our group of watchmen from the hinterland and the famous Cangaceiros. Here we meet and arrange our action against the elites of that time. Good times those. We were considered heroes by the people at large. However, in fact, we sought only a little equality and justice.
How beautiful! If we had actions similar to this in the present times, we would not have so many problems and prejudices in our society.
I agree, Psychic Boy. But in recent times we have seen some actions demanding commendable change.
The world has changed a lot. Before, people were brave. Today, we submit to the actions of corrupt politicians.
I believe that young people today are no different from those of old. The situations have changed. A lot of things have improved in my time here, but there's still a lot to go on. It is in your hands. Do you want to act or just be spectators of life?
Act. My purpose in being a writer is to live adventures, evolve spiritually, show the way of God, demystify and help destroy prejudices, teach and learn. I have already achieved 2 stages and I intend to remain on this same path.
My goal is to accompany and assist the seer, this fighting being, who fought for me one day and who showed that dreams are possible. I want to have a good time with you and enjoy your company for a long time. There are few who have this privilege.
I'm on your side. I am the arrow that shows the way.
What's the next step, Master?
Calm. We're still getting to know each other. Let's continue the ride. Calm down, Son of God. I should have told you to be more careful because of your sensitivity. Here was the residence of his ancestor Tertorus and was where he developed his gifts. What did you see?
A little of his senses. But it all happened so fast. I got a little scared and I suffered even more for it.
This is normal. Having contact with your past can be a little traumatic. The important thing is to be able to control emotion.
It's over. We're here with you.
Actually, you don't have to be afraid. You are someone else. We are in another time and the situations are different. Just take a little care and control your gift that is still in development. But don't you worry. I'll teach you when we start our training. For the time being, you should know that this is one of the proper places to overcome barriers of time, space and open the doors to the other world. Whoever knows how to dominate his power, can conquer everything in life and defeat his enemies. There are no limits.
I get it. I'm willing to know my limits and fully discover my destiny even if it involves high risks. It is necessary for my career and for my spiritual and human evolution.
We always need to evolve. You have our full support.
Thank you. I need all the strength I can get.
You go as far as you can. This process is not irreversible. You can give up at any time, close your spiritual doors and renounce this gift. It's all about choice. Can we continue the tour?
Of course. We are ready.
Sou jovem sertanejo, nascido e criado no meio. Desde cedo enfrentei grandes obstáculos, ocorrendo grandes fracassos. Acostumado com a miséria, nunca tirei nem férias. Só me restava sonhar diante de um belo luar. Será que o milagre vem? Nunca fiz mal a ninguém, busco apenas o merecimento. Na luta contento. Será que o milagre vem? Nunca fiz mal a ninguém, busco apenas o merecimento. Na luta contento. Em meio a tantas desgraças, restou a fé que não falha. Eu tenho um Deus maravilhoso, puro, fiel e bondoso. Com o apoio do Altíssimo, vou de encontro ao infinito, esperando um sucesso maior nessa vida cheia de pó. E quando a tristeza chegar, vou me perguntar: será que o milagre vem? Nunca fiz mal a ninguém, busco apenas o merecimento. Na luta contento. Será que o milagre vem? Nunca fiz mal a ninguém, busco apenas o merecimento. Na luta contento. Será que o milagre vem? Nunca fiz mal a ninguém, busco apenas o merecimento. Na luta contento.
Are you tired too, Son of God? I thought superheroes were made of iron.
Norse speaks. In spite of all my predicates, I am an ordinary person in relation to weaknesses, aspirations, fears and worries. But I can be strong when necessary.
We are all weak. What sustains us is our strength, faith and courage. That's why we're tired.
I understood. Very well explained.
On the question of your strength, I agree. I have already accompanied him in 2 adventures and I can say that he knew how to meet the expectations of his masters. He made a journey through time, solved injustices, returned to the mountain, learned about capital sins, on a journey to an island, embarked on a pirate ship and did very well.
Interesting. But know that developing the gifts will require a greater boldness on your part than on previous occasions. This time, important choices will have to be made.
What, for example, are there?
Calm. It's not time yet. Control your anxiety because it can get in your way.
I'm sorry. I've had my rest. Shall we continue?
You guys all right?
Yes. Come on.
We are ready.
Have you seen God's Son, what awaits you? We don't always have everything in this life, you know.
Yes. I get it. But I choose to try. It's been my dream since I was a kid, and not all the hardships in the world will stop me. After all, there is a light. How to reach it?
This answer only you can discover within you. I am just another arrow that fate has placed before you, as well as your other masters. If you're willing to listen to me all the time, even unconsciously, you'll probably succeed. I say this not with pride, but with the humility of those who have lived 113 years, and who have experienced everything in this life. All that's left is for you to say yes.
We're all arrows of the road. But it's totally up to you. Know how to ponder.
Yes. I'll listen to them. I will learn the secret of the 7 gifts. I'll work at it.
I'll follow you, too.
Look what a wonder of the world God has given us. Every star in heaven is His Son, just like us. We must not waste our time on prejudice, quarrels, intrigue and violence. Because time passes quickly and we must enjoy every second of it as if it were our last.
You're right. I still haven't enjoyed my life as much as I should and regret it. I was a young man raised in the rigidity of the Catholic faith, and the notion of sin that I was taught is totally different from what I believe today. Everything for me was a sin, and so I stopped living interesting experiences. One day, I woke up to reality and consider only sin the attitude that makes others suffer or yourself. Today, I am happier than before, even though I never lost my faith.
You were a fool. But it served as an apprenticeship. You only learn when you're wrong.
True. I learned that hard.
Too bad. I am glad that the Guardian guided me well and in time on the light and the darkness. Today, I'm a happy teenager, full of friendships and adventures.
Too bad you had to go through that. But you'll have plenty of time for everything. I also experienced, in my time, a kind of repression for the fact of my distinct sexual choice. Still, I fought for what I believed in. I confess I wasn't completely happy, but I had happy moments. I loved, cried, suffered, living intensely many feelings. And you? Have you ever had any experience?
I had countless experiences with my disciples and with myself. Love almost always hurts.
I've had experiences, too. In my 30 years of life, I've met a lot of people. I fell in love about 3 times, feeling the fire of the love screaming inside me, and I can say it's wonderful. Although it is not matched, thanks for the experience, and I am willing to face new challenges in this area. I also want to invest in literature, in mathematics, and personal relationships. Anyway, I seek happiness and I believe I deserve it. In fact, everyone deserves it.
I've never experienced love because it's not my focus. I want to study and make new friends for now.
Of course. It is normal. But be careful with love. Sometimes he hurts too much.
Angel, changing the subject, could you explain to us how our training will be done?
It's gonna be 6 stages. Each representing a gift of the Holy Spirit. Each involving a complicated challenge. When the last one comes, you'll be ready to unravel the first-time-defying story.
Damn it. That sounds very thought-provoking.
I get it. When do we start?
Tomorrow, in the morning. But let us think about this later, because Jesus said, every day, His concern. Watch the sky and be thankful for life.
All right.
Are you ready, dreamers? The challenge is on.
Yes. What should we do and what is it about?
We need your guidance.
We want all the details.
The first challenge involves the gift of wisdom. Sought since ancient times, this gift helped the evolution of humanity and made men a little more human. The challenge is to head northeast and decipher an ancient enigma that will spontaneously present itself to you. If you make a mistake, will arouse the wrath of the gods, which can provoke grave consequences. But don't worry, I totally trust you.
How should we act?
The question is obvious. Act with common sense and the wisdom of the humble. It is achieved through continuous prayer and meditation. But remember, no cheating.
When should we go?
Right now, because time is of the essence. Good luck and keep in touch with your inner self.
Welcome. I mean no harm. However, do you want to discover the gift of wisdom? In order to find out, answer the following riddle: what do two friends do that three people cannot do? If you miss, you could fall into a bottomless abyss.
Share a secret with two.
Magnificent. They got it right. Receive the gift of wisdom. Through it, unsolvable mysteries will be unraveled. Now, I have to go. Be at peace.
Thank you very much, Angel. Thanks to your action, we can continue on our journey. Keep on blessing us.
You deserve it because you passed the test. Follow this faith and victory may come.
Hopefully. Let's keep on trying.
Could you tell me about the experiences lived in this first stage?
We followed his advice and took a trail to the northeast. After much effort, we arrived at the right place, but for a long time nothing happened. After closing our eyes, a miracle happens, the scenery changes and an angel proposes an enigma. With only 5 minutes to think, we talked to each other and in the end we came to a common denominator. Even though I wasn't sure, I answered. So we came into contact with the first gift of the Spirit and I confess that it was wonderful. I then had a vision that complemented my knowledge.
I followed him throughout the process and I confessed that it was really difficult to reach a solution in such a short time. But we had a little experience, we used common sense and found an answer among several possible ones. It was all worth it because we recycled the old knowledge and created new ones.
I gave him a help. Through my mind, I put in your thoughts the correct answer. I think that was critical.
All right. Congratulations. Now that you are transformed, could you tell me what wisdom is?
It is the gift of the responsible spirit in us for the creation, reflection, capacity of learning and that connects the feelings and functions of the brain. It is a necessary gift for human evolution, social, moral, spiritual that brings us closer to God. Always sought and desired by mortals since the beginning of time, it shows itself to the simplest, humble and excluded of our society.
Wisdom is to ponder and make right decisions in risky situations. Thanks to heavenly enlightenment, we can be fully satisfied. However, often error adds knowledge. It's what we call learning through bad choices.
Wisdom guides me in my choices, in my dreams and projects of life. In the decisive moments, I consult her internally and she with the function of arrow shows me how I can help. In short, it is the map we must follow in order to achieve success.
Great. Now that you have discovered this gift, you can already have a broader view of everything that happens around you and before you didn't notice. We can start training now. You want to keep finding the gifts?
Of course. We're not here by accident. What should we do?
We need accurate information.
First, while I prepare lunch, clean the house. This exercise strengthens the muscles and occupies the mind. After we feed, I'll explain what we should do. Okay?
All right.
Marcella, these are my friends. I brought them here so I could meet them and have a little chat with them. Marcella was one of the members of our vigilante group.
Hello, Marcella. I am the spirit of the mountain, a millennial being capable of performing miracles. It's a great honor to share experiences with you.
I am the Son of God, but I'm also known as Divine, Clairvoyant or Little Dreamer.
My name is Renato. I am a young man from the Holy Mountain in search of his destiny. I love adventures and intriguing situations. That's why we're here.
The pleasure's all mine, darlings. So you're saying you're undergoing a training session with Angel? Congratulations on your courage. Surely what you learn will be of great value for the rest of your lives. Today, everything is easier. In the old days, we had to work hard to make some progress.
Could you tell us a little bit about your time?
A little. I prefer to remember only the good things and achievements. We were a group of vigilantes against the demands of the elites of our time. We fought against injustice in general, in defense of the poor, the excluded and the marginalized. We act for a long time, raise awareness among the general population and achieve victories and defeats. But it was a cruel time of repression, and only after a long time we had concrete results. The important thing is that we were happy, or almost all of us.
I'm sorry to make you suffer. I wasn't aware of your grievances.
All right. It's part of it. How are you enjoying your little field trip?
I am. Although I don't consider it a walk. I consider it a job with my adventure buddy.
Getting in touch with nature is quite magical. We feel highly touched by the mystical atmosphere of flora, fauna and people. It is a paradise.
No talking about work, Renato. We're free to dream and have fun here. Remember that the great sages evolved with meditation and contemplation of nature. So I think we're on the right track.
It's all right, Master. You are absolutely right.
You guys are cute. I'm really liking you guys.
Marcella, could you tell them about your experience of understanding, and help them in their search?
Of course. In the understanding, each experience is unique and makes sprout in our hearts a true contrition, a willingness to open the light completely. It makes us have a broad view of our personal life, of the next and the best way to act. When we gain understanding, we have ample power to direct our lives in the most appropriate way. The advice I give is not to be afraid to risk or the consequences, because it's better to regret what you've done than never to try. Good luck to you.
Thank you. We admire you for being part of the group of vigilantes, legendary beings of the Northeast, and we will meditate on their orientations. Thank you so much for everything.
We are grateful for the liberation of the Northeast of its archaic structures. Your group has made history and we are reaping the fruits of it.
All right. Go ahead. Keep moving southwest. The challenge will present itself to you. I'll stay a little longer talking to my friend Marcella. I'll see you at home later.
Dearest holy outcast from us, I ask you to be our intercessor with the Lord of hosts so that he may show us a sure way to show us our destiny. I promise I will be your faithful earnest today and forever. Pay attention, an adventurer. Amen.
I would add that our only goal is knowledge. Therefore, the cause is just.
Your prayer has been heard. God inspires me to tell you a story. There was an idealistic and courageous man named Romao, an inhabitant of Asia Minor, a landowner at a crucial moment in his life. He was 80 years old and had been married to a wonderful woman called Chris for 50 years in full communion and love. From the relationship, they had 5 children who by fate's irony were also deceased. 10 years ago he lived alone, accompanied only by servants and settlers who worked on his land. Even with all the losses of his life, he lived happily on his property, and denied no help to anyone. On one day, performing routine examinations, it occurred that he discovered that he had a serious disease. Even with the bad news, he didn't rebel. He started preparing for his farewell. He met his closest friends and employees, threw a big party, and in the end handed over a copy of his will together with his lawyer. In the text, he passed on all his possessions to each of them in equal shares. Moved, everyone embraced him and were very happy because they were poor and sad for the imminent loss of their friend, because what was money before years of understanding, support and complicity? They seized the moment and declared their love for him. When the party ended, everyone said goodbye. The other day, Romao was found dead, buried, and now lives in peace, with spirits evolved from the sky. The lesson remains: it takes understanding and discernment to act generously at all times of life. Everything is fleeting and what really remains are good works, thoughts and values. That's what a man is.
Javé Deus poderoso, digno, justo e generoso. Ele é o Deus do amor e da verdade, que nada te falte. Ele é o Deus do oprimido, do excluído e do rebaixado. Ele ilumina a treva do coração orgulhoso. Ele é o Deus que dá inúmeras chances ao pecador relutante. Ao pecador relutante, o caminho do Senhor é perfeito, sem exageros. A palavra dele traz vida, o sonho do justo realiza. O caminho do Senhor é perfeito, sem exageros. A palavra dele traz vida, o sonho do justo se realiza.